This episode is brought to you by Shopify. That's the sound of switching your business to Shopify, the global commerce platform that supercharges your selling. Harness the best converting checkout and same intuitive features, trusted apps, and powerful analytics used by the world's leading brands. Stop leaving sales on the table. Discover why millions trust Shopify to build, grow, and run their business. Sign up today for your $1 per month trial period at shopify.com/tech23.
Welcome to the Instagram Stories Flash Briefing. Our top story today comes from thisisinsider.com. A 19-year-old who faked an entire trip to Coachella on Instagram says he fooled his family and friends. Quote, they believed every single post. This is really a great story. A 19-year-old London-based YouTuber named Byron Denton faked a trip to Coachella on Instagram. He essentially edited the photos and posted videos that made it look like he was at the music festival in California, but he was actually in London. He told Insider that some people could tell it was fake based on a similar prank he pulled in March, but many of his family and friends were fooled by the edited photos. Here's the story. In case you don't know, Coachella is a huge music festival that is definitely the place to be. Tons of celebrities, really great music events. Absolutely worth the trip, so I'm told. Denton started this prank with a few deceptive Instagram stories where he pretended to be at the airport with a fellow YouTuber. He then posed for a few photos in Coachella-ready outfits, which they edited to look like Coachella in the background. Now, he used a lot of photo editing tricks to make it look like he was at this event when he wasn't. Some people did manage to spot some small editing flaws in his photos, such as one commenter who noticed multiples of the same people in the background. Denton said he deleted most of these comments that accused him of posting fake photos in an effort to keep up the illusion. Although there were some mishaps, Denton says that most of his followers fell for the prank. He said, quote, I have had way more people say they believed it all. Even my family and friends have been coming forward telling me they're shocked and they believed every single post. Now that the prank is over, Denton hopes that it reminds people how easy it is to present a perfect yet false image online. Here's the quote. I think if anyone could take anything away from what I did, it's that you really shouldn't compare your life and what you have to anyone else's, whether you think you know them or not, he said. The quote continues, especially on social media, because like I've demonstrated now, it's so easy to lead a fake life online. So comparing yourself to something that's not even a reality can be really damaging. Some of the pictures here are really worthwhile to see, especially the editing that he does to make himself look like he's sitting on an airplane when he's actually just sitting on a green couch. Well worth the read into this article. If you're someone who also thinks that social media can have a really negative effect on people's oversharing or their personalities because of what they are trying to show their lifestyle for being, Denton recognizes this. He says, I personally used to feel a lot of pressure to be a certain way in order to succeed. However, now I've realized that I'd rather be successful for being me than trying to be someone else. This is definitely a key takeaway lesson. Our second article of today has to do with Goldman Sachs CEO David Solomon. This comes from the Yahoo Finance page. How Goldman Sachs CEO uses Instagram to be a little more human to employees. Goldman Sachs CEO David Solomon said in a new interview that he uses Instagram primarily as a means to reach millennial employees. Here's the quote. Instagram for us was an interesting platform to communicate first and foremost to our people. He continues, I needed a more modern way to communicate with a workforce that's 75% millennial, that's 60% made up of people 30 years old or less. He continued, CEOs don't sit up in an ivory tower anymore, isolated. If you do, by the way, it's going to be a very unsuccessful way to run your company. So you've got to be a little bit more available, a little bit more vulnerable, a little more human, and you've got to be in touch. Solomon has got 13,900 Instagram followers since his first post last October. Now, I think this is a really good idea. And if you're a CEO or a business owner with employees under you, I absolutely think that you should have an Instagram presence. I do think that you should even go one step further to see what your employees are posting on Instagram, seeing what they did over the weekend, liking their posts and being able to use those as potential conversation topics to show that you know them and recognize their values and what they're interested in on their off time. By getting to know them, you'll be able to better determine what ways you can help them grow as individuals and as employees of your company. That's it for today's flash briefing. If you have a moment, please check out my interview on the Beetle Moment Marketing Podcast with Emily Binder. We talk about some of the necessary things when making an Amazon flash briefing. So if you have your own Amazon flash briefing or you want to make one, definitely check this out wherever you get podcasts. Thanks for listening.